Hi. Another one from the Women's Prize for Fiction long list. My library managed to get this one to me. Creatures of Passage. And it's a book that I've never read the like of before, I don't think. As it says in here, Creatures of Passage beautifully threads together the stories of Nephthys, Dash, and others living and dead. Deeply captivating novel shows us an unseen Washington filled with otherworldly landscapes, flawed superhumans, and reluctant ghosts, and brings together a community intent on saving one young boy in order to reclaim themselves. And that almost, well, it doesn't really tell you what we're diving into with this book. It draws on the idea of Egyptian mythology, because you've got Nephthys and Osiris. And Osiris's body was scattered after his death. And Nephthys, his sister, helped to bring all the parts back together again. And in Egyptian mythology, one of her titles is Friend of the Dead. And she's known for bringing news of the dead to their relatives and offering them comfort. So that's the Egyptian Nephthys. Here, she is an alcoholic, and she drives a 1967 Plymouth Belvedere, and it's a car that has never needed any petrol. It never breaks down. And she picks up her passengers because she senses that they need her. At their most vulnerable, they almost call out to her, and she arrives in her taxi and picks them up. She's also mourning the death of her twin brother, Osiris, whose body was fished from the river, incomplete. And she scattered his ashes in various places. So you've got an almost idea of the two Osiris, that their bodies are scattered. Her niece, Amber, is a woman who's able to foresee death. She can foretell when someone's going to die. And this is one of the reasons why Nephthys has nothing to do with Amber, because she blames her for not being able to see her brother's death, the death of Osiris. The story starts when Amber's son Dash is deeply troubled, deeply disturbed, because he thinks he's witnessed something that he can't understand at school. Plus the fact that he knows that his mother has had a death dream about him, and he's got this mysterious figure that he talks to at the river, someone he's called the Riverman. So you've got all these elements as well. And it's for this reason that Nephthys is drawn back to Amber and Dash, because Dash needs saving. There are so many threads in this novel. And as you start reading, you think, well, how's everything all going to come together? How's it all going to merge? And it does wonderfully at the end. You've got so many elements here. You've got supernatural, you've got the living, you've got the dead, you've got abuse, you've got grief, you've got loss, you've got alcoholism, you've got drugs. It's got everything in here. And you've got magical realism as well. You've got, it is hard to define what this book is, but there are so many elements in it. And the writing, I particularly love the writing, because it's haunting and it's also almost lyrical, and you've got recurring words, phrases, ideas, and you're reading and you'll come across, one of them is signs, omens, bones, and that you'll come across it again and again and again, and there's ideas that you come across again and again and again, and it's almost like you see them and it's meeting an old friend again. And that was something that I really loved about this. Keep coming across these familiar words, phrases, ideas as they came backwards, as they came into the novel. An absolutely wonderful read. And it's hard to define what category this book goes into: horror, fantasy, supernatural, but great, absolutely. As somebody at the back said, one of the comments at the back says, edge of fantasy deeply grounded in history and a reality easily recognisable in the contemporary world. A mesmerising tale of love, loss, revenge and death. And it is. Pick it up. And hopefully this will go on to the shortlist. So, happy reading. Take care.